Ladies and gentlemen, Les Browne.
He has so much heart and desire. He wanted to win. It's the kind of people you want to be around because it's contagious.
The percentage for picking it off, I mean, he has the most interceptions of all time, but it's his percentage that was incredible towards the end of his career, because even when they tried not to throw his way, he still got the interception.
Well, I grew up in a small little town called East Liverpool, Ohio. I grew up in a big family. I'm the youngest of 6, 3 boys and 3 girls. All of them dwarf me. People look at my family and ask me if I'm adopted because I have a brother that's 13 months older than me, and he's 6'2", probably about 275.
We grew up in a very competitive environment. Les being the littlest made him probably more rambunctious than the rest. And he was, my mom would say, little terror.
He was always a go-getter. He would get in scrapes all the time because he had his brother to back him up. He would always start stuff. He was a little devil at times, but he was a nice kid, and he always did well in sports. Unless everybody thought was too small to do anything, to get anywhere, I mean. They knew he was a good athlete and had it in him, but they thought he was too small, and some of his coaches told him he was too small. But he proved to them that it didn't mean nothing about size, that if he made up his mind to do something, he did it.
After playing for Colorado State University, Les Browne was signed as a free agent with the Hamilton Tiger Cats in 1984. He was an instant hit in Steeltown, winning defensive back, All-Eastern, and CFL All-Star awards. Les then continued his incredible play in Winnipeg, once again receiving All-Star awards.
I often say, you can't be afraid to play in the secondary. Well, I don't think Les fears, anybody. He respects a lot of people, but he didn't fear a receiver he ever played against. And I think that's the attitude you have to have in the secondary.
How would other people describe me? Loud mouth, constantly talking. I remember one game, I believe it was against Ottawa, and J.C. Watts was the quarterback in Ottawa at the time. And he was going through his cadence, and through his cadence he yells out, "Shut up, Les Browne," and then continues his cadence, because I was just constantly yapping at him, right? Coaches used to teach it. If you can get inside a guy's head as well as, physically beating him up, you've got him, you've conquered him.
I met him in 1985. We liked the same things. He drove an old Malibu Classic, and I was driving the same type of car, and I just thought he was really cool because he was down to earth and lots of fun, made me laugh.
After a year in Ottawa, Les Browne closed out his playing career with the BC Lions, winning the Grey Cup in 1994.
That game was won with a last-second field goal, no time on the clock, 26-23.
Pasaglia's kick is up, it's good!
I remember sitting up underneath the goalpost afterwards, and then my wife came and showed up and sat down there with me, and I watched them turn out the lights in BC Place, and just watch the people empty out, because I wanted to just engrave that in my mind. And I think I'll always cherish that game right there, because your last game, I have a ring on my finger to show for it.
Last year you could have had one with your helmet off, TSN Highlight of the Year.
1992 is when I had my first son. We didn't have 2 beautiful boys by the name of Anthony and Adrian. Having my son was probably the most exciting thing in my life.
Now you can mess with his head early.
I have 2 Hall of Fame coaches that are working for us, Gene Gaines and Les. He's a fireball, and he's learning. He works hard. He has a good grasp for all the offenses.
I wasn't a mellow player, and I don't want to be a mellow coach, because I don't believe that you can just play this game with your head. There has to be a lot of emotion involved in it, and that emotion comes from the love of the game.
When he wants to do something, he will do it, and that is why he is where he is today.